This is my little brother's gaming setup. I built it last year and now it's super messy, so it could definitely use a complete transformation. But I'm not only going to be building his dream setup, I'm also going to be remaking his entire room. And to do that, I need to completely clear it out. So I'm going to start by completely taking apart his entire gaming setup. So first I got rid of his old desk, which was just two old IKEA desks put together. And with that part of the room now open, I thought it would be the perfect spot to add his bed. It already looks so much better, and I just love the bed without the bed frame as well, but now it's just so much more clean, and honestly, I don't know why he didn't have it like this at the start. But now, more importantly, the room is pretty much completely empty. And that means it's now time for my favorite part, which is building his dream gaming setup. I literally have a brand new $1,500 gaming PC I'm going to be surprising him with. But before I build his gaming setup, I need to bring in his brand new desk. So I went into my old bedroom where I had my old desk from when I used to live in my parents' house. I never ended up bringing it into my house, and it was still in pretty good shape, so I decided it would be the perfect desk to use for my brother's setup. This is a huge upgrade because now he has two Alex drawers, so he can store anything he wants, and hopefully it'll keep his setup a lot more clean. Plus, this 70-inch wood tabletop will give me more than enough space to build his dream setup. And now that the desk is pretty much built, you guys can kind of start to see a vision of the entire gaming setup. But I honestly can't wait any longer. I'm gonna unbox the $1,500 gaming PC and just show you guys how insane it looks. So here is my brother's brand new gaming PC. I'm genuinely so excited to see how this PC looks because I'm honestly a little bit jealous now. So let's flip it over, make sure we don't drop anything because we definitely don't want to break my brother's new PC. Bro, this thing looks sick. Here, let me take it out of the packaging. This is actually so sick. And taking this out, you guys can finally see a better look at just how sick this gaming PC looks. Obviously, the main thing is there's no graphics card. They actually ship that separately so it doesn't get damaged. So this brand new gaming PC was actually sent out by Paradox Customs. When I was making this video, I specifically reached out to them because they literally build some of the best PCs on the internet, and of course I wanted to get my brother a really good gaming PC. I mean, Paradox Customs has literally built gaming PCs for Clicks, Tfue, Drake, The Weeknd, and like so many other pros and celebrities. And inside of the gaming PC they sent me, it actually has 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, which is absolutely insane, especially with the RAM prices. It also has an AMD Ryzen 5 7600X, and for the graphics card, I'm going to be adding an RTX 5050 into his brand new gaming PC, which is going to be a really nice upgrade over his last gaming PC that had a 1660. I seriously cannot wait to see his reaction, not only to the whole setup, but the brand new PC itself. One thing I want to let you guys know is Paradox Customs actually gave me a discount code to share with you guys. So if you guys actually use code ZEN at checkout, you'll get $50 off. And make sure to check out Paradox Customs with the first link in the description or pinned comment. You could literally be getting an insane gaming PC just like this one. And it's now time for the moment of truth. Let's turn it on and see how sick it looks. Bro, okay, let's wait for the RGB to kick on. Dude, come on, this looks so good. I think this is definitely gonna be my brother's favorite part of the entire transformation. Just look at how sick this is. Like, I'm low-key almost jealous about this. Bro, he's actually gonna be so happy. But let's move his brand new gaming PC over to the side and get started on finally building the gaming setup. I really wanted to build my brother the exact gaming setup that he wanted, and he told me he only wanted 2 monitors in his dream setup. So I decided for his new setup to not add a top monitor because he literally never used it. Instead, I went for a more simple single horizontal monitor with a vertical monitor on the side that he could use for Spotify or watching videos. Both of the monitors actually look so good, and what's funny is his main monitor actually is my old 240 hertz monitor I got for Christmas back in 2019. It's from Alienware. This is a 27-inch 240 hertz monitor that is my old monitor that I'm obviously not using anymore. And then this, I think he bought it. It's like a 144 hertz 27-inch monitor, and they both actually look really, really clean together. And I have to point out again, just look at how much of a difference having a big desk makes. Even with this monitor layout, we still have a ton of space, so it's time to get started on the peripherals, which is where the setup really starts getting spicy. So for the keyboard, I actually gave this to my brother last year when I remade his setup, and it's just a Razer Huntsman Mini. It's a Gen 1, and then this is my brother's mouse. I honestly don't see any point in upgrading it. It's a Logitech G Pro, which is a really, really good mouse. It just needs a little bit of a cleaning because it's like dirty. But what I am going to be giving my brother is a brand new mouse pad. He actually wanted one of mine. These are from my own website called Elevate Culture. I have like 2 different designs and a few different colors, but I actually went with this blue one because I think it matches his wall since it's blue and his favorite color is blue. So yeah, this is honestly perfect. Seriously, just look at that and like tell me this setup isn't gonna be absolutely insane. And we're literally like not even finished at all. I still have so much to add, RGB lights and everything. I was kind of looking where I could add the microphone, and I think right over here would be the perfect spot. The clamp for it is kind of big. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to like fit this over here. It's probably not gonna screw perfectly on, but it should just be able to hold. And he should still have, yeah, he definitely has enough space when it actually is like fully extended to like use it. And then when he's not using it, he can just fold it back like this and kind of hide it over here. And then the setup is still very open and like super clean. The foundation of the gaming setup is pretty much complete, but before I get too excited and just completely finish it, I still have a few things I need to do around his room. He had this shelf, which I think is honestly the perfect thing to add onto the left side of the setup because there is a lot of empty space there. So now that I had the shelf in the perfect spot, I was absolutely loving the way his room was looking, and I also decided to change the blanket on his bed. The only problem is I found this blanket in my old closet, and low-key is definitely dirty. Like, I don't even know what these like stains are, bro. So like, it's just for the video, but yeah, this blanket definitely needs to get washed. I'm just gonna have it here for the video, and it's definitely gonna get washed later. Don't worry. I seriously can't believe the transformation this room has already had. It just looks completely different. It doesn't even look like the same room. And the best part is, it's not even done at all. There's still a lot of things I have to add onto the setup, decorations, and of course, RGB lights. But before we actually get to those, there are 2 things I want to add onto his setup, and the first one is this key light. So this actually just sits right on top of the monitor, and I think this is going to be very useful for him since he still uses his setup and he like goes to school. So it's going to be useful when he's doing like homework or something and has it on the desk just so he can see at night. And then his setup was really, really messy, as you guys saw earlier. So I'm hoping this headset stand will help him keep his setup a little bit cleaner. Yo, I can't even lie. This 100% is the best setup I've ever built for my brother. I've remade it a few times, but dude, this is like better than my own gaming setup. But now it's time for the most important part of any gaming setup, which is the RGB. So first, I went to town on the RGB strips. I put an RGB strip under his bed, which looks so sick, especially since there really isn't anything else I can do to upgrade his bed. Then of course, buying him a brand new bed, which I'm not nice enough to do that. Anyways, I of course had to add an RGB strip behind and under his desk. Literally every gaming setup has this, even mine right now. So both the RGB strip under the bed and behind the desk will definitely add a little bit of light, but if you really want to add RGB in your entire room, these are what you need. These are basically called RGB floodlights, and you can kind of point them in whatever direction you want, and it will add a ton of RGB. So if I plug this in, now our RGB light is on, and literally look at this. It is so bright, and just this one light is basically making the entire room blue. Like, look, that's with it on and then off. So I have 3 of these, so there's gonna be a lot of RGB light inside of this room. I'm thinking of adding one under there and then probably another one over there. You don't usually want to have it pointing this way because then it will like blind you when you're walking in. But I might have another one on the other side of the desk kind of pointing there. So there's just a whole lot of RGB in this whole area. Finally, after so many hours, I was almost done and it was time for the last part, which is decorating. Now that all the RGB is in the room, I'm literally dying to see how this room that I've spent hours on looks. But the very last thing I need to do is decorate this shelf because there's literally nothing on it, and also decorate the setup a little bit more with like plants and a ton of like small decorations. I honestly don't really know what exactly my brother would want on the shelf for decoration, so I'm gonna kind of just add some things that he had before. So he had this thing and he had these 2 plants that are now tangled up. Okay, just like this, I'll just leave them hanging so that looks kind of decent. And now I need to find stuff to decorate all other 4 parts of the shelf. I honestly don't really know exactly what he would want on the shelf, so I'm literally just gonna be adding all these kind of like random decorations here. I'm even so clueless, I'm just gonna be using this RTX 5050 box from earlier and like pretty much call it a day. It actually doesn't look that bad, I'm not gonna lie. We also have an Xbox controller. I don't think he uses this, but I'm just gonna add it like kind of like standing up if I can with the plant. So that looks kind of decent. I'm actually just gonna put it right in the middle. And finally, on the bottom, we just have a random keyboard I had laying around. So yeah, that's pretty much the perfect spot for it. He's definitely gonna change that later, I don't know. Finally, after so many hours, it's time for the moment you have all been waiting for. So let's plug everything in and let's just cut to the final cinematic. It took almost the entire day to completely transform my brother's room, but it was definitely worth it once I saw his reaction, and he definitely loved the gaming PC. All right, and you can turn around. What do you think, man? What do you think, dude? Oh, it turned off. 1 second. What do you rate the PC? What do you rate the PC? It's better than your last one. It has an RTX 5050 in here.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
What? Seriously though, my brother was actually super excited to test out the gaming PC and hopped into his favorite game, Apex Legends. And the performance of the PC was even better than I expected. So right now on low settings, the PC is still able to get like 240 FPS pretty much, like it's just like literally staying there. It doesn't even drop like at all. All right, and now we're just gonna literally put this on full max settings. I honestly have no idea how much FPS this is gonna get. Wait, I'm not gonna lie, dude, look at how high the settings are. That's actually insane. The FPS is literally just sitting consistently at 200. This gaming PC is like genuinely even better than I expected. I knew it was good, but it's actually insane. So again, huge shout out to Paradox Customs for sending out this insane gaming PC. Make sure you guys check them out with the first link in the description or pinned comment. If we hit 1 million subs by the end of 2026, I'm gonna be giving away an insane $5,000 gaming PC. So make sure you subscribe. Importantly, remember Jesus loves you, and that's about it. God bless.